All right, welcome back, mates. Crypto Leverage Trading Group. We're in the bityard.com exchange for leverage and spot trading. For anyone who is unfamiliar with bityard.com, you want to make sure that you go ahead and check them out. One of our exchanges that we use here in the Crypto Leverage Trading Group. And we are going to talk here about a video that we have not done yet. For the first time, we are doing it here for this asset. And the reason why we're doing it is we've been watching it for the last 30 days. And we are adding it to our list of highly correlated assets to Bitcoin. Okay. And obviously, Bitcoin Gold is a fork of Bitcoin. So it's not a big leap like Bitcoin Cash. Those are the two biggest forks of Bitcoin. Why they would be correlated, right? And a lot of people miss that. A lot of people just kind of dish on forks and don't really follow them, and that is a huge advantage that you have if you're a leverage trader and you understand the price movements of Bitcoin. And the reason is because they're thin. A lot of times they're thinly traded, so the move is exponential. So what do I mean by that? Meaning the volume that comes into Bitcoin Cash a lot of times, and especially Bitcoin Gold, it's based on what's happening with Bitcoin. It's not based on what's happening in the activity of Bitcoin Cash, barring something, dramatic. But, in terms of the underlying blockchain development. And because it's thinly traded, it tends to be bullish or bearish depending on what happens with Bitcoin. And to a higher extent, there's more shares. If you look at it in terms of shares, there's more shares being traded in Bitcoin on a daily basis or on an hourly basis or a 1 minute basis, right? Okay, we all understand that. Than these forks, but these forks behave in a way that they mirror the movement of Bitcoin. Okay, and so that's what you want to look at in terms of how are they formulate, correlate, and values. We know that Bitcoin Cash is approaching $700. Okay, we know that Bitcoin is at 48,000. Bitcoin Gold, is at 66. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're looking at here as it relates to Bitcoin and how you can profit from it. Okay, these lines here are the support and resistance of Bitcoin Gold. Okay, this pattern that you're looking at right here on the chart of Bitcoin Gold is identical to Bitcoin in a sense that this line would be 48,000 for Bitcoin, and this support line would be 44,000 channel for Bitcoin. And so this pattern, while it's 70 to 60, okay, only a 10 basis point move, really, compared to Bitcoin's 4,000, right, move, that tells you the correlation level, right? So 10 basis points versus 4,000 basis points, right? Well, you also got to remember that, this asset's only valued at 66, okay, versus Bitcoin being valued at 48,000. All right. And so the movement here, if we were to overlay Bitcoin right now on the 4-hour basis, these candles would be identical. They would be green sticks. Okay. And that's what you use. Okay. Now you also can look at MACD crosses down here, divergences. You can look at RSI levels here. Same thing happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin reached a level of high RSI and sold down off of 48,000 the last time. Then it went down here. You can see Bitcoin Gold got below 30 on the RSI, which to us is always a buy signal, especially if you're buying on spot. But here we see the move. So now we're at RSI at about 60, which is okay, mid-range, right? And then we look at what's going on with Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin moves to 50, okay, let's say it breaks its breakout from 48 resistance to 50, Bitcoin Gold should break into 70. Okay, now the price movement that you're looking for is having the mindset of a 4-point move, a 5 basis point move in Bitcoin Gold is a massive leverage win. Okay, versus a 100 basis point move or a 300 basis point move in Bitcoin. And that's how you want to understand how these forks are so highly correlated. Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold are two things you should take a look at if you're leverage trading.